So I've done a video with Elizabeth Wood and Dan Powers about Cougar. Someone had asked about wanting to date older women.
Cougaring?
Cougaring.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
That's awesome. Cougaring. To my Cougars out there.
So someone in replies said that the Cougar mantra.
It's a mantra.
Well, he was not being very nice about it.
Okay.
He said that means time for gonorrhea, AIDS, herpes, warts, crabs, scabies, HIV, syphilis, chlamydia, herpes 1 and 2.
Oh, this is a comment.
Yes.
Oh, somebody left a comment.
Yes.
This is Cathy Vartuli from intimacydojo.com.
Yes, his comment was not very nice.
I'm Reid from readaboutsex.com. Did we introduce ourselves? We haven't.
No.
Okay, you were setting this up, but yeah. I thought Dan and Elizabeth said this.
No, sorry.
Okay, so we're good. We're good. Now we're all on the same page, and we know who we are.
Yeah.
So let's go back to this.
Dan and Elizabeth were all for Cougaring.
They were all for Cougaring, and then this person left. It seems like a nasty comment or a concerned comment.
Basically saying that if you're dating Cougars or older women, you're absolutely going to get some kind of STD or STI. And he said that all of these, he lists a bunch of STIs.
Yeah.
He said all of these are active and increasing, and you're just asking for that if you date an older woman.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk about that.
Sure. So whoever this is, we appreciate all the comments. Some of them we delete because haters are going to hate.
Especially if they attack someone who commented.
Taters are going to tate. So if you leave a nasty comment... If you leave a nasty comment about me, sometimes I'll leave it because I think that's a good. I don't want to be surrounding myself with just all the positive stuff, and I want you to feel like you can share your opinions.
Especially thoughtful ones.
Yeah, thoughtful ones. The ones that are just all in caps and have words like Nazi in them or something like weird, just weird. I'll often delete those. But if you leave a really nasty comment to one of the people who leaves a really thoughtful comment, sometimes we delete those too, and I'm just giving you a heads up. That being said, Cougaring. STIs, STDs, all that stuff. What do you want to say?
I want to say, one, that the actual number of STIs and STDs is not age-related. It depends a lot on how much if you're having safer sex. People that get tested, even if you're exposed to something, you can be treated for many of these things. So it's more about the savviness of someone rather than their age. Yeah.
Well, and also, just as a nerd, kind of how I'm going to talk about stuff. As skiing and snowboarding became more popular, there was an incident, a spike in skiing and snowboarding related injuries. So I'm just going to say that in a world now where a lot of people are practicing non-monogamy and having maybe more partners in a lifetime, or just more sex in general because sexual mores are changing, people are experimenting more with things, asking for what they want. If people are having more sex, there might be a spike in certain STIs and STDs because basically safer sex practices aren't, super savvy in this country yet or in other parts of the world. So if we use proper forms of education on how to have safer sex, how to be better skiers, better snowboarders, we might together be able to build a world where people can ski and snowboard freely to their heart's content and have less injuries. Do things more safely.
Yes.
And if you don't want to snowboard, if you don't want to ski, good for you.
So there's certainly more car accidents now than in the 1700s.
A lot more.
Yes. So being sad.
You did what I did, but in one sentence. See, she's brilliant.
So it's not about age, the age of a person, and I've had partners that are older than me, younger than me, and my same age. It's kind of fun to have someone if they have more experience, but that can also be someone who has less years on the planet that's just invested more time in that. So for someone to put down sleeping with an older person because you'll get STDs or STIs.
Or a more experienced person for those same reasons.
Sadly, that's similar to, there's a lot of cultures where the younger women are favored because they haven't had sex yet, so they're safe, but that's safe in terms of STDs or STIs. That's not really allowing you to have a connected relationship with someone. You're just looking for more of a safe hole to put things. And I think we're much more evolved than that.
Yeah. So we're interested in your thoughts on these. Obviously, I think we've made our positioning clear. And, you know, as somebody who's very, very slutty and very promiscuous, who practices, you know, pretty decent safer sex protocols, the tea's ready. The big thing I'm just going to like point at here is we're all allowed to have our concerns, right? So you may be somebody who doesn't want to expose themselves to gonorrhea or chlamydia or syphilis or HIV or any of that stuff. You want to keep your risk of exposure to STIs and STDs at a minimum.
Which is fine.
Which is great. And there are ways for you to have conversations with people.
The Safer Sex Elevator speech.
Safer Sex Elevator speech, readaboutsex.com/elevator. Check it out. Where you can figure out how to make yourself feel physically safe and emotionally safe, and understand that when you look at STIs and STDs, kind of like, you know, the potential of breaking your leg skiing, what can you do to not make it wrong? We're not going to ski shame somebody for getting into an accident. How dare you, you reckless skier? Is what can we do to teach people how to play, how to have fun, how to be recreational in ways that are safer, where they're not harming themselves and they're not harming each other. And then when an accident happens, it's just an accident. And sometimes accidents happen. How can we help everyone to heal if an accident occurs and not have to demonize snowboarding and skiing? Remember, skiing and snowboarding is a choice. It's not a crime. Same thing with STIs and STDs. Leave your comments.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. We'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See them. Why are they there?